Hi, I'm Steve Nicollerat from Coach Baseball Right. The other day I had a chance to go out and watch one of my grandkids playing one of their instructional games, and I noticed something that I've actually experienced when I was coaching my own kids. You know, a 10 on 10 or 12 on 12 T-ball game where the kids really aren't very engaged. I looked out in the outfield. There was one little girl was throwing up grass, and you look on the kids that were batting, and there's not, there's one kid batting, and there's one kid on deck waiting with the helmet on, and there's 11 other kids in the dugout that are just totally doing nothing to do with baseball. So I'm really concerned that the game that we're giving the kids, their very first introduction to baseball, is something that might be actually just a very poor way to start the kids off with our game. Sometimes I really wonder how a kid who plays t-ball when they're 4 and 5 and 6, why they actually go on and want to continue to play at 7, 8, and 9, because the experience they've had has been a pretty rough start. So what I would like people to consider is a new model, a new experience for kids that are just starting to play baseball. And in my world, what I'd like to see is something that looks like this. Each coach would be given, say, 5 kids, okay? Or you can give a coach 10 kids, and that would allow for actually some competition. He doesn't even have to play anybody else. But let's keep it simple. Let's suppose that I give a coach 5 kids. Okay, when the kids show up to do a game, so to speak, the game will last an hour, and it has 3 20-minute sections in it. The first section is sort of an instructional section where we work with throwing and fielding and hitting and things like that, base running. The second section would have a scrimmage, okay, and what happens then is my 5 kids would play another 5 kids, and we have a pitcher and 4 infielders, and we have the 5 kids on offense that would be hitting. They scrimmage, and we count outs, not runs, and we focus on hustle and thinking to play ahead. And then the third section is really what the kids like. I call it a snidbit section. It's where we break the game of baseball down into tiny parts, like a pitcher covering first base or infielders charging a ball and throwing a runner out, and we create competition. And in that competition, we keep score. And there's these small parts of the game, whether it's running through the bag or it's charging a ground ball, that we've allowed the kids to begin to compete. And we always end our 60-minute experience with a snidbit part of the game. So when the kids are done playing, they're actually learning something about the game. They've had a little scrimmage where they're thinking to play ahead, learning something about the game, and most importantly, they've had their competition in the snidbit part of the experience the last 20 minutes. If we change the model for the kids, I think we can get kids to have a great experience at 4, 5, and 6, and they're going to want to move on into the 7, 8, 9 world. Okay, but I do think we need to change the model. If you're interested in something like this, what I'd like you to do is sign up below for some instant access to this idea.